Good morning. Welcome to Live at 7:55 for this Monday, February 19th. Thanks so much for being here. Greatly appreciate your viewership here on this Monday morning as we get a little kickstart here for our work week. I'm back home, not traveling this week. So looking forward to being home with the family and kind of getting things organized at the office. Had a great bridal show yesterday out at the Island Resort and Casino for the It's Your Day Bridal Expo. So had a good time with that. Good morning, Casey Keller. Hope all is well. Good morning, Tom. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods as you move on also from being on the road with me. That was a shock to your system, I'm sure, being on the road with Mitch Taylor. So anyway, today we're going to talk about continuing the conversation. Good morning, Brock. Thanks for being here. And for me, continuing the conversation is all about where you are in your heart. And if you're trying to make a sale, you'll get frustrated. You won't probably continue the conversation, or at least you won't as well as you could have, unless you really get at things from, as Don Henley said, the heart of the matter. And so how do you do that? Well, first off, you have to care. Good morning, Christopher Rita. You have to care. You have to want to help someone as much as possible. Like even yesterday at my bridal show, I had a client come up literally the very end of the show, wrapping up. I just finished my Master of Ceremonies duties and was moving forward to break down, but a woman and her daughter approached me and we started chatting. Good morning, Chris Hintz. And I could tell she really wanted what we had to offer. So I looked and saw what we could possibly do for her and took the time. I didn't just say, hey, call me tomorrow, or hey, can you reach out to my assistant tomorrow? You know what I mean? I just took the time and sat there and had the conversation because I cared about the outcome of her day. I wanted to try to help. And so too often we get bogged down about conversations around sales, if you will, and conversations around connecting with a client. It's because we don't have care at the forefront of our heart when dealing with our client. We just want the sale. And if you just want the sale, you're going to be like Tommy Boy in the movie with his pretty little pet. They stroke it, and he flings the roll all over the place, right? That's reality. So that's not continuing the conversation. That's getting absolutely frustrated and blowing up. You can't blow up. If you continue the conversation with a client, you're going to go farther. So how do you do that? To me, how you do that is very simply, you have care at your heart. You want to try to help them, whether or not you can actually, help them or not. Sometimes it's a case of maybe you're not even available. Don't just blow them off the phone or in email. Maybe try to find out what they're looking for and see who you know. Search your mental Rolodex of who you know so you can help them and give them something more than just, well, we bring you 2 DJs for the price of one and we get this and we get that. It's not going to fly, or it doesn't always fly, unless you're the lowest priced option, and that's a different story. So care at the forefront of your heart. And how to continue the conversation, ask why. It's one of the greatest questions in the world for a reason. Ask why. And of course, I thank my mentors, Bill Herman and Mark Farrell, for helping me with that question and how to dig deeper on that. I'm always a believer, again, try to give credit where credit is due as much as possible. And respect is a two-way street, which we'll have a conversation about that later on this week on Live at 7:55. So I encourage you to, put that in the forefront. Put care at the forefront of your heart. Lead with your heart. We're going to talk about that a little deeper on another upcoming Live at 7:55. So throwing a couple teasers for you here for the future as well, for different subjects we're tackling here in the future. And tomorrow we've got Chris Romero with DJ Industry Secrets. But again, I want to encourage you to lead Philip. I don't know where you're going with that, Tom Heath. I just saw Philip flash across the screen. But I encourage you to lead with your heart. And the next best question to always ask is why or how. Ask open-ended questions to uncover truly what they're struggling with in that moment. Because if you can uncover what they're struggling with in that moment, then you can help better serve them to see if you're truly a good fit or not. So that's it for Live at 7:55 for today. Thank you so much for your viewership. Of course, next upcoming, we just finished the Michigan DJ road trip with Tom Heath. Both he and I had tragedy strike during the road trip. We may chat about that or talk about the road trip on an upcoming Live at 7:55. We'll see. But I want to make sure I continue the conversation here and took care of the subject matter that was already scheduled for this episode. So thanks so much for watching. Greatly appreciate your viewership. We will see you mañana for DJ Industry Secrets with Chris Romero. And we're going to talk tomorrow to Chris. It's going to be a good time. See you tomorrow.